I want to turn our attention to the Black Rock neighborhood and a revitalization effort that's been taking place over the past 5 years, specifically focusing on entrepreneurship and innovation. 2 on your side's Andy Payton joins us now with more on this story. Hi, Andy.
Hey there, Claudine. That's right. So Chandler Street right now isn't really thriving in the ways people thought it would be right now. They actually wanted to try to make this an entertainment district, but just recently it's taken on a new approach, and we want to give you a look at that here now. For decades, vibrancy and Chandler Street were two things that didn't usually share a sentence.
I can say for the first 45 years of my life, this street did not have a lot going on.
But now,
it was really nice.
It's taking on a new look.
There's quite a few entrepreneurs on this street now.
Stacy Donovan owns Salon in the City Suites.
We opened here February of 2019.
It doesn't just run this salon.
Is this short enough and like texturized enough?
But leases spaces to stylists with businesses like hers.
That was like my biggest thing, was like I didn't want to be back in a salon where I had to, work at somebody else's.
It's the same concept across the street with office spaces and just up the street with commercial kitchens.
I wish that there was a lot more places like this.
Where Rosalie Caruso has been making cake pops for almost 5 years now.
Once people are here and they understand what's going on inside the building, once they find us, they're like, oh yeah, this is cool.
That's something Stacy, back at the salon, hopes more businesses will catch on to.
I think it's very important to let people know that we're still standing and growing.
And understand that a street once dormant,
small steps is still progress,
is now the home of growth.
I'm just really happy and fortunate to be a part of it and to provide a space for entrepreneurs that don't want the headaches of a brick and mortar of their own.
Now, there are still spaces available at many of these incubator businesses, ranging from beauty to food, and the hope is that more businesses will join in and continue to help try to grow Chandler Street, in the years to come.
Yeah, I remember when all the businesses were starting to go there and they were actually booming, and you talked to Stacy and we saw what was happening there. But you mentioned that a lot of the businesses there are getting their start and then doing a brick and mortar, moving on.
Right.
What is that going to do to Chandler Street?
Well, it's interesting. So as much as they want to have folks inside these residences, I guess you could call them, right, they're still really encouraging them to try to branch off on their own and have their own business at the same time. Of course, they want it to come in and fill that spot as well when they do take off. But the goal is really to try to transform Chandler Street here and make it welcoming for entrepreneurs moving forward, and really change that narrative of what it was decades ago.
And the people that you spoke with in that story, they've been there for a minute. So they've seen how it's grown.
Absolutely. Stacy, for example, she lived there. She grew up in that neighborhood, and that was a big part of why she wanted Black Rock to grow specifically.
Yeah, you're right about that. Andy, thanks for that report tonight. It's good.